I heard you. I feel you. Well, I probably don't feel you, but I mean, if you are dead broke at the moment, I mean, it's a really shitty situation, and I'm pretty sure that you feel all sorts of negative emotions, such as you probably feel depressed, anxious, frustrated, all of those things. You might even feel that you're in a specific situation in your life that you just simply can't escape. And if that is the situation that you're passing at the moment, then this video is exactly for you, because I'm going to explain exactly the steps that I implemented about 2 years ago, because 2 years ago, my financial life was a complete freaking mess. It just was a mess. And it was a really bad moment in my life. And I'm going to talk about the several steps that I implemented to overcome that situation. Now, this video is mostly intended for people who are or want to become or already are online marketers who probably have multiple businesses, but for some reason their businesses simply aren't working out well. It's mostly intended for that kind of people. Now, if you don't have intentions of building online business, I'm not saying that the advice that I'm going to provide to you won't work for you, because it still will be helpful, of course. Anyway, let's just get started with this video. Hi there, this is Joran Lexo, and if you still haven't liked this video, you should do it, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel by just going right below, click on that subscribe button so you can receive my weekly video updates where I share with you really awesome videos, really amazing videos related to Kindle publishing, online marketing, and a lot more. And this video is going to be very amazing, very helpful, enlightening, or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to explain the several steps that I implemented to actually overcome my financial disaster about 2 years ago when I was dead broke, I was miserable, and it certainly will help you out. I'm not saying that what I'm going to share is something that is going to help everyone out there. I'm going to share my experience. It has helped me, and if it helps you, then great. So I'm going to try to do my best over here. So the first thing is, about 2 years ago, I was simply that broke. I mean, I was doing about $200 online. I had a job outside of online to do some extra money, but I was in a financial disaster situation in my life. I also broke up with my ex-girlfriend back then. My social life was also a complete piece of shit. And there's really no way to put this in good words, because one of the things that happens when you start building your online business is it's something that it's a really lonely job. I mean, you can easily spend your whole day in front of your computer just working on your online businesses, and if you don't want, especially if you're doing enough money to sustain yourself with your online businesses, it is very easy for you to stay home and basically not socialize with anyone. And what eventually happens is you just don't have much social life. So actually that happened to me back then, because 2 years ago, I already been doing my online businesses for about 3 years prior to that situation. But 2 years ago was really when I hit my rock bottom, especially because I broke up with my ex-girlfriend, and that was a very depressing situation in my life. I was very frustrated, and when I hit my rock bottom, I knew that I had to change my life. I knew I had to do something to change my life, because I just hated what I was passing at that specific time in my life. So I took several steps. I'm not saying that when I took the steps, it was something that, look, I need to take step 1 to do this, and then step 2, and so on. It wasn't exactly like that, but I just did basically the steps, not in really a conscious way, without really thinking about them. But this is basically what I did. The first thing I did was I simply accepted my situation. I didn't make my situation any better than it was, because often what happens is there's a lot of things out there where teaches people to have to think positively, to do affirmations and so on. And I'm not saying that I didn't do this before hitting my rock bottom, but what I noticed by thinking positively and doing all sorts of affirmations, it's basically the same as you bake a really shitty cake. I mean, it's an awful cake. It's just shitty. It looks bad. It seems bad, and it certainly tastes awful. And then you just cover it up with something that looks really nice, so your cake looks amazing, but deep inside your cake is still a piece of crap. And basically that is what I feel about affirmations and positive thinking and all sorts of this type of thinking. It's basically just covering up your life, a life that you simply don't like. And what happens is once you cover it up with this positive thinking, you really don't focus on your main issue, which is doing something to actually overcome the situation that you're presently passing through. Since you are covering it up, you are basically thinking, well, if I think positively, probably I will attract what I want and so on. And it's easy for you to do this and years to just pass without even you noticing it, because you think that if you think positively, somehow, some way you will attract what you want, but that simply doesn't happen that way, at least. I'm not saying that you don't need to have faith and believe in yourself that you are able to overcome your situation, but simply don't make your situation better than it is presently. Just look at it. See that you feel like crap, you feel depressed, anxious, whatever. You're broke, you probably you divorced your wife, your husband, whatever. Just accept where you are. And also at the same time, don't make your situation worse than it really is. Because this is something that also happens. People enter in this victim mentality that they are passing the worst situation ever and so on. And it certainly is not the case. One thing that I actually did back then and it really helped me was I read a book from Vic. I actually don't remember his last name, but he's a man who was born without limbs. And by reading his book, I realized that there's far worse situations than the one that I was actually passing through. But what I'm saying is I didn't make my situation any worse than it really was, nor I did my situation any better than it was by using affirmations, visualizations, or whatever out there. I simply look at what was passing at the moment, and I just accepted it all. I felt depressed, and I accepted I felt depressed, frustrated, anxious, that I was broke, that I wasted several years online where I didn't really achieve much, and I just accepted it all. And I really believe it's once you accept where you are and you really feel all of the negative emotions, it's really that those negative emotions that kind of pushes you to want more. It really brings you that hunger for you to want to actually overcome your situation. And that's exactly what happened with me back then. I just accepted where I was. I accepted that my life was just really bad. I didn't have any kind of social life and so on. And I accepted it all. And that really made me hungry to overcome that situation. And that's the reason why I don't recommend for you to do positive affirmations and all sorts of things, because you just cover up all of those emotions and you think that, well, it's not that bad your situation and so on, and you're less willing to do something to overcome your situation when you are doing all sorts of exercises for that positive thinking thing and so on. So that is the first thing, is simply accepting where you are, not making it any worse nor any better than it really is. The second thing is building the right mindset. This is extremely important. You really need to build the right mindset so you can more easily attract what you want in your life. In this case, it can be money or whatever. But I mean, if you're in a debt broke situation, it's not like you can go out there and like pay $5,000 to go to a seminar from a guy who is really famous in the self-help industry or self-development industry. I mean, it's something that you simply can't do, but you can still connect with more successful people by reading their books and also listening to their audios, and that's exactly what I did. I remember back then, I watched a video on YouTube, and someone told me to during a whole year for me to listen to Jim Rohn. So that's exactly what I actually did back then. I actually didn't spend like a whole year, but I spent about 9 months, and I still listen time to time to Jim Rohn. And I spent about 9 months every single morning just listening to Jim Rohn. And I listened specifically to this audio. You can actually go to YouTube. You can listen to this audio, which is Jim Rohn, The Power of Ambition. It's about 6 hours. I mean, you can listen like 30 minutes every single morning. You don't need to like spend 6 hours listening to this. But I recommend for you to do this for a couple of months, because this will really help you build the right foundation that you need to have, the right mindset of being consistent, of your daily habits are important in order for you to change the outcome that you want to have in your future and the results that you want to have in your future. It really builds the foundation that you need to have in order for you to start taking action to build the financial freedom that you want to achieve in your life. So I prefer Jim Rohn. Other people prefer other authors such as Bob Proctor. I personally prefer Jim Rohn. I really like Jim Rohn. You can find his audio completely free. Just go to YouTube and search for The Power of Ambition by Jim Rohn. This is one of the audios that I like the most from Jim Rohn. It's really, really good. And just build a kind of a ritual every single morning, just listening to his audio for 30 minutes, something like that. You can even do just while you're doing your workout or whatever, you can listen to his audio. And if you do this, eventually your mindset starts slowly changing, and you start thinking a bit differently. And once you start thinking a bit differently, you will start taking the action necessary so you can start attracting the results that you want into your life. So Jim Rohn is one of the authors that I recommend. There are other books that I also recommend for you to read. If you don't have much money, one thing that you can install if you are using a PC is Kindle for PC. You can search this by Googling Kindle for PC, and you can buy ebooks, because normally ebooks are cheaper compared to paperback books. And you can buy several ebooks that will also help you change your mindset. A couple of ebooks that I recommend for you to check out. One of them is Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. You can go to Amazon and you can search for this book. It's a very good book. I recommend for you to read this book because it will give you a better understanding of what exactly you need to do. 12 Pillars is also a book by Jim Rohn. I already read this book several times. Also recommend for you to check it out. The other book I like is also The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Jesus, saying this in English. Paulo Coelho. That's in Portuguese. I also recommend for you to check this book. It's a very good book. The other book that I like is The Richest Man in Babylon, George Ace Clason. I also recommend for you to check this book. The Stranger's Secret is from Earl Nightingale. I also read this book, but it's basically just a resume from the book from Napoleon Hill, Think and Grow Rich. You can also check this book, but the ones that I recommend mostly is Rich Dad Poor Dad. 12 Pillars is a book that I also like a lot. You can also check this one. The Way of Man, well, this is something this is mostly for if you're a guy, you can also check this book from Jack Donovan. It's a really good book. It's not exactly anything related to financial success and so on, but these are the books that I recommend. The other book that I also recommend is this one called The Slight Edge, because this book explains how your daily habits slowly affect your life throughout time, and it's something that I also recommend for you to read, from Jeff Olson. In this case, you can only find the paperback book inside of Amazon. These are the books that I recommend for you to actually change your life when it comes financially. Now, if you, for example, you broke up with your ex-girlfriend, or got divorced and so on, a book that I like a lot when it comes to the relationship between men and women is called The Alabaster Girl from Zan Perrion. You can actually find this by simply going to Amazon over here. Let's actually type in Zan Perrion and see if we can find this book over here. This is more for men, but women can also read this book. It's actually the author wrote this book for women and not exactly for men. But if you're a guy and you're struggling to meet women and so on, well, I recommend for you to check this book. It has helped me a lot when it comes to that regards. This is a very good book. It's not the kind of book that teaches you some sleazy strategies to meet women and so on. I don't like that. This is a really good book that I recommend for you to read and check. And yeah, those are the books that I recommend for you to check. Also the audio and so on. Now, when it comes to, this is for you to build the right mindset. These are the information that I recommend for you to check to build the foundation that you need to have so you can start basically building all the rest. Now I'm going to give you some more proactive advice, because if you want to change your financial situation, and this is the third step, if you want to change your financial situation, you need to take action. So you need to build the right foundation so you can back up the action that you need to actually make in order for you to attract money to you. So for this, you need to actually build businesses online, because businesses, by building a business online, it's how you are actually going to start attracting money to you. Now, building a business online takes work, it takes effort. I'm not saying that it's something that is easy. It certainly is not. And you need to put the time into learning these businesses, and you need to put the effort in trying to make them successful for you. But I'm going to provide you several businesses, 5 different businesses that are proven to work online and that are proven to make money online. So the first one is affiliate marketing. Affiliate marketing, if you don't know exactly what affiliate marketing is basically you promoting products belonging to other people. Other people already created those products, those services, and you go out there and you promote them. And whenever someone gets that product from you, you earn a commission. Basically, that is what affiliate marketing is. And it's a way that I actually do quite some decent amount of money online. One way that you can do this is simply by building a YouTube channel, and you can review products from other people. And once you go to the description, you leave a link to that product, and whenever someone clicks on that link and they purchase that product from you, you earn a commission. Now, when it comes to any kind of business, I always recommend the first step is simply to get the right education. I don't recommend for you to just go out there and read just blogs and everything that you find for free and you just take that kind of education. I'm not saying that all free content out there is exactly bad, but there's a lot of free content that is simply really bad, and if you follow that advice provided by free, you will lose a lot of time online and doing stuff that simply is not effective, that simply won't do any kind of money for you. So I recommend for you to save some money and get the right courses for whatever you want to learn. So the first business model that you can check out is affiliate marketing. It is a business that you can do any kind of money that you want. It really depends on the amount of effort that you put into this. It also depends on the skill that you have. Now, the course that I recommend for you to get when it comes to this, and I'm going to leave all of the links that you need right below for these courses in the description from this video, and you can check it out and get them. But when it comes to this, this is one of the best courses out there for affiliate marketing. Okay, this is the course that I recommend for you to get. It is called Affiliate Marketing Revolution. If this is something that you would like to try, I recommend for you to save some money and get this course before you start actually trying to build an affiliate marketing business where you promote products from other people and do thousands and thousands of dollars every single month by doing so. So this is the first thing that you can do. You can choose between the lifetime and monthly version. It really depends on what you want. Probably if you are on a tight budget, the monthly version is the one that you will get, but if you want, you can just get the lifetime version. And you can see over here a lot of dashboards of people actually doing money by promoting products, in this case from ClickBank. ClickBank is a platform where you can find plenty of products, affiliate products that you can promote, and this is one of the business that you can actually build. It's a business that has been around for basically since the beginning of the internet. I mean, people have been promoting products belonging to other people, and this is a business that simply works. It's effective. You don't need to invent the wheel to make money online. This is something that actually works. It's something that I do to make money, and this is the course that I recommend for you to always get. So the first thing is getting the right education, and once you get the right education, is for you to start taking action. And this is something that a lot of people actually miss, is for you to start taking action on the content that you learn throughout these courses. You gotta take action. It doesn't matter if you feel depressed, not motivated, whatever you feel, just go out there and start taking action. Because once you start seeing the good results, once you start making money online, I mean, that is when you start getting more motivated to start testing more things and trying more ways of doing money by following strategies that you learn throughout this course. So affiliate marketing is the first thing that I recommend for you to do. The other one is, if you don't want to do this one, you can try drop shipping. This is something that I've been looking into. I'm still a beginner. I'm not saying that I'm a master when it comes to drop shipping. It's something that I've been looking into, seeing if it's something that I actually want to get involved. Drop shipping consists basically on you going to a supplier, and once you go to a supplier, you can find products that are cheaper, and basically you buy those products from your suppliers, or basically you can, for example, you can actually build a store using something called Shopify. You build an e-commerce store where you present products to your clients. Your clients go over there, they buy that same product at a higher pricing. Then once you get an order from one of your clients, you go to your supplier and you buy that product at a lower pricing, and then you just give the address from your client to your supplier, and your supplier just sends directly that product to your client, and you basically make the money from the difference between the selling price from the buying price that you got the product from your supplier. So basically that is drop shipping. This is a way that people have been doing a lot of money online for many years. The course that I recommend for this, and this is a course that has been suggested by several people that I know that actually do drop shipping, and they do a lot of money with this. It's this course called Ninja Masterclass Shopify 2018. So once again, I'm going to leave a link right below if this is something that you would like to try. Anyway, the main idea that I'm trying to give to you over here is I want for you to start building the right mindset, then choose a business model that you want to learn everything that you can learn about that business model, and then simply start applying what you learn and try to master that business model and do the amount of money that you want with that business model. But that is what I'm trying to explain. So this is the second business model that you can try. The other business model that you can try is called Kindle publishing. So Kindle publishing is actually a business model that you can try. I'm actually going over here to the front page of this. So Kindle publishing is a business where you basically, Amazon has a special program that you can register, and once you register in this Kindle Direct Publishing program that Amazon has, you can start selling books inside of their platform. This is a way that also a lot of people are doing a lot of money online, because you can, one way that I do this is I try to find the topics that are really selling well inside of Amazon. Then I get someone to write that book for me. I get that person to write that book for me. I publish it inside of Amazon, and then I earn money with the royalties that I make throughout Amazon by selling that book inside of Amazon. Now, this is a great way for you to make money. It's a way that you can do, and actually the ways that I'm explaining for you to make money are ways that you don't need to have huge amounts of money for you to initially start and invest in them. This is another way that you can do this. Of course, you need to have some money for this, because you need to get someone to write books for you, or if you are a good writer, you can also write your own books, and that way basically you can do this business completely free. Now when it comes to courses, well, there's not many courses out there that I actually recommend. You can check I have actually videos when it comes to inside of my YouTube channel, where I explain the process of you publishing books inside of this platform. I recommend for you to check out these videos. Later on, I might actually do a course about this, but at the moment, I don't have any course about this, and honestly, I don't recommend any course out there when it comes to this. So this is also another business model that you can check out. It's a great way for you to make money online. The other one is creating courses. Creating your own course is also another great way for you to make money online. Actually, I created a course. This is a platform called Udemy. Well, I actually made a video where I said I just don't like, I don't like this platform, because you're basically obligated to sell your courses very cheaply. But if you're starting out and you're in a phase in your life where you don't have much money and so on, and you don't want to spend months building a YouTube channel and so on, where you are getting a good amount of subscribers, a good number of views, and then you can start selling products, then a platform that you can take advantage is really Udemy. Okay, this is a course that I actually published about a month and a half ago. It has done, it's not a huge amount of money, but it has done until now about $417. And this value is basically, at the end of this month, I will have about $320 with this course, and next month it will probably double the amount of money that I will be doing, about $600 and so on. And this course probably will get to a mass amount of money of $1,500. But the great thing about Udemy is it's really about all of that. You don't need to pay a platform out there where you can publish your courses. Also, you can use the traffic that they have inside of this platform to sell your courses. And it's also a great way, if you don't have much money, to start making some money by selling courses inside of their platform. Now, the huge problem about Udemy is really you can't sell your products at a really expensive pricing. That is a huge problem that you have with this platform, but it's a good way for you to do some money. What you can do is simply go over into this search box and try to find things that you already know. If you know, for example, HTML and CSS coding, you could do a course about this, and you can easily go over here and see if these courses are selling well. You can see that these courses are selling well just by looking at the rating these courses have. You can see that this course has about 4,000 reviews or ratings and so on. You can see that these courses are selling pretty well. And if you actually made a course related to HTML and CSS and you publish over here, you could actually do some quite a good amount of money. And the thing that you need to find is a way for you to get reviews, okay? Actually, I'm going to do probably a video tutorial explaining how you can do a course selling well inside of Udemy, how you can get reviews and so on later on. But one of the things is trying to find the topic over here, something that you already know. Try to see if it's something that is actually selling over here really well. And then you can do a video course, publish over here, use the customers that this platform already has to make sales. And you need to have a way to get reviews for your video courses, because the reviews are really, really important. You can see, for example, this first video course, I'm pretty sure this guy has already did quite a good amount of money. You can look at the rating. I mean, this guy already got 16,000 reviews, ratings. That is a lot. That's about, I mean, he probably already got 3,000 or something like that customers, so 3,000 sales. This is something that you can do. It's a great way for you to also make money. And if you know, for example, HTML, CSS, the other thing that you can also combine with this is simply go to a platform called Upwork. You can go to Upwork and you can try to find someone who needs your skills to, for example, to make a website. If you know HTML and CSS, this is just an idea. Of course, you probably may know something else, like you probably know how to use Photoshop. You can go over here and also do the same thing, Photoshop, and see if this is something that people are actually searching and purchasing over here. And you can see over here with the rating that these are courses also that are selling quite well. And you can also publish courses over here related to Photoshop. You can go over here to Upwork and sign in to this platform. And this platform basically connects clients to people who need or are trying to find work related to a specific topic. If you have skills related to Photoshop, you may offer your services inside of this platform and try to find some clients who need you to do some Photoshop images, such as a logo for their website or some graphics and so on for their website. And that's also a way for you to make money. So you can combine both. You can do a course over here, go to Upwork and offer your services. It's also a great way for you to do this. And the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to this, so I have spoke about drop shipping, affiliate marketing, and also creating your courses, going to Upwork, offering your services to make money. The other one I want to talk about, this is one that I've actually been trying in the past few weeks, is called Merch by Amazon. If you have some skills in Photoshop, or even if you don't have any skills with Photoshop, you don't exactly need to use Photoshop. You can use another image editing software. You can go to this website called Merch by Amazon. You can register. This is a platform also that belongs to Amazon. And what you can do is you can make designs for t-shirts. And whenever you sell a t-shirt with one of your designs, you basically earn a commission, okay, or a royalty in this case. So you basically earn a royalty. If you don't have any kind of skills with Photoshop, it's really easy. You can go over here to and I'm talking about Photoshop, but you also have other softwares that are completely free. I personally use Photoshop. You can go over here to YouTube, search for basic videos related to Photoshop, and start learning Photoshop. Start making some designs over here, publish your designs, and try to sell some t-shirts. Of course, this is also something that has a learning curve. You certainly will need to learn several things so you can have t-shirts that actually sell well. You can go over here to YouTube, search for videos related to Merch by Amazon, or you can even try to seek for courses related to this and try to learn as much as possible about Merch by Amazon. Now, I know I've been talking for a long while and my voice is getting quite tired at the moment, but the last thing I want to talk about is simply being consistent. Being consistent and taking action. Not everything that you will do online will work, and most things probably won't work initially, but just keep being consistent. See where you went wrong and try to improve your strategies until they start working for you. So that is the 5, or in this case it was the 3 steps, or the first steps that I actually took to actually change and overcome my debt broke situation that I had 2 years ago. And this is what you can do so you can start making money online. So that is all for this video. If you still haven't liked my video, do that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so you can receive more amazing videos like this one, or other types of videos where I talk about Kindle publishing, online marketing, and a lot more. This is all for this video. Stay tuned with Jordan Alaxo, and bye.